The candlelight flickered weakly across the dinner table, its glow more irritating than soothing, buzzing in my ears like a trapped insect. Across from me sat Rachel, my wife of 6 years, absently pushing her fork into grilled salmon I had prepared. She wasn't really eating. It was obvious her mind was elsewhere. Her eyes were locked onto her phone, her fingers gliding with steady rhythm as she scrolled. "Can we have one dinner without that thing?" I asked, keeping my voice controlled. She flinched, caught off guard like a child sneaking candy before supper. For a second, it looked as though she might stammer out some excuse. But instead, she flipped the phone face down with a tight smile that didn't reach her eyes. For a heartbeat, I let myself believe she meant it, but the slight curve of her lips told me everything I needed to know. As I raised my glass of wine, I saw the phone screen flicker. One notification, then another, then another. Rachel's hand hovered near it like a magnet, her fingertips brushing the edge as though she couldn't survive without it. My chest tightened. I wasn't a fool. For months, I had noticed the late nights, the quick swipes to delete messages when I walked into the room, the way she avoided closeness like it was a burden. I had buried those suspicions because admitting them would shatter everything. But tonight, I was done with denial. "Go ahead," I said, gesturing toward the phone. She froze, then reluctantly picked it up, unlocking the screen while her eyes darted nervously to mine. She tried to angle away, but not before I caught a glimpse of a name, Evan. My stomach knotted. Her thumbs danced quickly across the screen, as if I wasn't watching, as if I didn't exist. "Who's Evan?" I asked, my tone steady despite the fire burning inside me. Her head jerked up, face draining of color. "Evan," I repeated slowly, like every syllable was a blade. "The man you're texting during our dinner." For a brief second, guilt flickered in her expression. Then, like a mask snapping into place, her features hardened. "You're being ridiculous, Mark." That single word tore something inside me. Before I realized it, I snatched the phone and hurled it across the room. It shattered against the wall with a crack that echoed like a gunshot. Rachel gasped, her outrage sharp and shrill. But I didn't care. For the first time in months, I felt power return to me. "What is wrong with you?" she screamed, rising to her feet. "What's wrong with me?" My voice thundered back. "You sit here in our home, at our table, texting another man while I'm trying to save this marriage. What's wrong with you?" Her mouth opened and closed, no excuses forming this time. The silence told me everything. She had no defense. When she stormed out and slammed the door behind her, fury surged through me, but beneath the anger was something colder, sharper. Determination. If she thought she could betray me and walk away unscathed, she was wrong. The next morning, I skipped work and began gathering proof. Our shared phone account made it easy to trace the endless messages to Evan, stretching back for months. I hired a private investigator, a relentless man named Frank. Within days, he handed me a folder thick with evidence. Photos of Rachel slipping into hotels with Evan, transcripts of their conversations, even receipts for a romantic getaway booked with our joint card. It was worse than I had feared, but it also gave me clarity. She hadn't just stumbled into a mistake. She had built a secret life, and I was going to dismantle it piece by piece. First, the money. I quietly moved most of our shared funds into an account she knew nothing about and froze our cards. She wouldn't spend another dime in my name. Next, the house. Rachel believed it was ours, but the deed had always been in my name alone. A quick consultation with my lawyer set eviction papers in motion. Then came the exposure. Every damning photo, every text message, every detail Frank had uncovered. I sent it all, anonymously, to her family, her friends, her colleagues. I even posted a scathing, detailed review on the hotel's website, ensuring her dirty secret spread farther than she ever imagined. That evening, Rachel returned to find a locksmith replacing the locks, her face twisted in rage and panic as she demanded answers. I handed her an envelope, divorce papers, and copies of the evidence. Watching her skim the pages, her complexion drained until she looked like a ghost. "You can't throw me out. This is my home, too," she hissed. "No," I said flatly. "It's mine, and your time here is over." She tried crying, pleading, twisting the story to paint herself as a victim. But I didn't waver. By the end of the week, she was gone. And Evan? He didn't walk away clean either. I sent his employer a neat little package. Time-stamped records of his tryst with Rachel during work hours. Within days, he was unemployed. Her world collapsed in weeks. No home, no job, no friends willing to stand by her. She ended up living with a distant cousin hours away. Her reputation in ruins. As for me, I thrived. The quiet in my house felt foreign at first, but soon it became freedom. I poured myself into work, hobbies, and reconnected with friends. Each day, the weight of her deceit lifted a little more. One evening, as I sat on the porch with a glass of wine, the sky painted in shades of orange and gold, I realized something profound. She had tried to break me. Instead, she forged me into something stronger. And that, I thought with a calm smile, was the sweetest victory of all.